Okay, maybe the title is a bit distorted. At least I hope you're not racist. You're not racist, are you? Okay, good, because if you are, then watch this video. Maybe you will change your mind. Because in this video, I'm going to show you that you are truly not racist. All of your racist ideologies and racist tendencies are entirely fabricated, because race, is not real. Okay, what am I talking about? What do I mean when I say race isn't real? So when we talk about race, what is it based on? What is the reference being fixed by? One might propose that race is biological, and that some behaviors are inherent to some races. This position is called race realism, or race naturalism. Proponents of this view holds to race being a natural kind. In contrast, we have those who say that race is not a real feature of population. Those who hold to this view are race eliminativist. Usually, those who are racist tend to be race realist, as in, they think inherent differences between racial groups justifies racism. Race realism is the overwhelming minority position amongst experts. Presumably, a necessary condition for your race within a view like the latter is that it is inherited by parentage. Consider Michael Jackson. No one would say he is a white person, despite having commonly considered, quote-unquote, white features of extreme and exaggerated sorts, extremely pale skin and extremely narrow nose. It seems like no matter how many cosmetic surgery you undergo, no matter how much your appearance drastically changes after birth, you cannot be of one race if you were born from another. If that is the case, then it also seems plausible to say that a person of a different race cannot be born by parents who do not share that race. So from this, we might develop the following claim. If you are race R, then R is inherited from your parents. Let's call it axiom 1. Another intuitive claim is that races are only subcategories of humans. That is, only humans have the category of race. So for example, we would not consider a dog to be white or a giraffe to be black, or a horse to be Asian. It seems like we only classify race exclusively to humans, in non-insulting contexts, of course. So from this, we might develop the following claim. If you are race R, then you are human. Let's call this axiom 2. Okay, now let me clarify what I mean by there is no race. What I mean is that there are no natural kinds of racial classification. Racial classification is a social construct. An argument against race realism is as follows. P1, if races only apply to humans, then all races have a common ancestor A. It is commonly accepted that all humans share the same single ancestor. All humans originate from an extinct species called Homo erectus P2. Races only apply to humans. P2 is implied by the second axiom C. Therefore, races have a common ancestor AP3. If races have a common ancestor, then there is a transition state T, where T is the going from A to R. P3 follows from the fact that if we rewind the clocks of all modern R, we will notice that the ancestry becomes more and more common between R, since we all share the same A. There's eventually a precise intersection point in evolution history that all R's evolved from P4. A race can only be inherited by parents of the same race R, then either A is the sum of all races, or there are no races. P5 follows from P4 and P3. Either this intersection is Asian, black, white, etc., or it's none of these. P6. If P5 holds, then either all races are numerically identical, or there is no such thing as race P6 would follow from P5. And axiom 2, P7, if all races are numerically identical, then there is no black and white and or any other class of race P7 is true by definition. P8C. Therefore, there is no such thing as a racial natural kind as solid as the aforementioned argument is. I think it is also worth noting that even if the racial dispute was based on genetics, it would still not justify being racist or judging a group of people based on their race. According to genome.gov, many different studies, including the Human Genome Project, and many other citations, there is more significant genetic variation in population than in between populations, meaning if these studies are correct, there is more significant difference amongst whites than compared to whites and blacks. There is more significant difference amongst Asians than there is amongst black and etc. Now that we know that race is a social construct, to what extent then are stereotypes justified? Well, it's not. In reality, saying, my race smarter and less violent than yours, really just reduces to saying, my culture's environment and circumstances tends to produce smarter and less violent persons. From these talking points alone, the idea that race is a natural kind or inherent to biology seems absurd. And it is clearly harmful. Judging a population based on race is like judging a population based on zodiac signs. Both aren't real features of people, hence it's inherently idiotic. I don't think anyone is inherently idiotic, hence you're not race. Just stay educated, and I hope you learned something new. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button and subscribe.